first off, this one had a lot of buzz. It's from conspirator number 1 on Reddit. He goes, or she goes, I will go to my grave believing that Mike Piazza was telling the batters in the 2004 All-Star Game what he was calling for Clemens to throw. Those two didn't like each other. You were prime AJ those years, around all of those guys. Your thoughts on the conspiracy?
I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, Clemens did throw a bat at him.
That's what I'm saying.
He also hit him in the head.
Yeah,
right?
And it's an exhibition game, so screw it. Tell everyone
it did
what
matter.
he's throwing.
It gave people home field advantage in the World Series, so maybe it did matter.
I guess you're right.
But listen, that's a good one, because if you think about it, like, what do you have to lose if you're Mike Piazza? And plus, you're like, wow, I can't get him back because I already lost my chance to fight him. So, yeah, why not tell him what's coming? I'm in on this one. Reddit number 1 guy.
I'm in on it too, and I would love to ask Mike Piazza about it. Like, that's the conspiracy, all the conspiracy stories that I think of in my mind. Like, I want to ask that guy, and now we have a platform. We can get old Pizza on here and ask our guy, did you do it? Because
he's managing Team Italy.
He is, but I'm saying right after that, let's get him on and ask him about the story.
I like long plays, and that's a great long play. If he hasn't told anybody that, he's played the long game, and we're coming up on the 20th anniversary of it next year for the All-Star Game. Let's go. What is it, Mike?
There's some. I mean, I don't know all the conspiracy theories, but there's some pretty solid conspiracy theories. Like, in general, like we got the flat earthers, right? We didn't land on the moon ones. We got aliens made the pyramids. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies. There's some in baseball. I don't know if we're going to get into them, but there's some in baseball other than that are pretty solid too.
Well, I have a question from 2 catchers. Did you ever come across anyone that told a hitter what's coming? You did?
I did.
What?
We'd tell him. If there was a guy we couldn't get out.
If there was a guy you couldn't get out.
Tell him what's coming.
Is that like
they
the
won't
whole
believe you and
Tony Gwynn down the middle kind of thing? Just give him a fastball down the middle?
So not Quantrill. Gosh, what was the guy? He played for the Angels. Quinlan, Rob Quinlan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Burley couldn't get him out, right, at all. He was like 10 for 12 with like 6 homers off him. So we had a meeting. We're like, well, how are we going to do with Quinlan? And our pitching coach, Don Cooper, says, we're just going to throw him sinkers away every pitch. And I'm like, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, and I want you to tell him what's coming. I said, okay. So Quinlan came up first about. I think it was Rob. I'm like, hey, Rob,
yeah,
you're just getting nothing but sinkers away. And he looked at me like I was absolutely crazy. I think we got him out 3 or 4 times that night. But then he figured it out after that we were only throwing him that. So we had to change it up. But for that one night, we got him out. It worked.
I love it. My conspiracy thing is, you hear a lot about like old time guys like that had somebody that worked for the stadium, sitting in the stands. You had somebody that, worked on the scoreboard and would blink a certain light. Those are all conspiracies unless you actually ask that guy. But hey, maybe we can delve into it. Maybe our producers can track some of those guys down.
We can. Hey, we don't have time today, but when I was with the White Sox, we caught red-handed. We caught a certain team up north. We caught them doing something of that ilk.
Do you want to go there now, or you want to save it?
We'll get into it one day.
Save it?
And Kratz, what you said, we asked a player about it, and they were, don't put me in that group.